Alabama Senate race getting hot as we near March 3rd. That primary, things are tight for the top three candidates. And one of those candidates, former Auburn football coach Tubberville, joining us in studio. Good to have you back, sir.
Good morning. Glad to be here.
Yeah, good to have you. Now, you like to talk in football metaphors, right? So if this Senate campaign were a football game, we are in the fourth quarter, 2 minutes left in the game, final stretch now. Polls showing things are pretty tight. What's your game plan to win this thing?
Well, I'm on about the 5-yard line, and I got to find some way to get it over the goal line. We got 7 days to the election. It's been interesting. Never to have campaigned before. I've really had fun. My wife even said the other day, "You're liking this." But I love people. I love being around people, and I'm doing it for the right reasons. I'm not taking a paycheck. My check is going to go every month to the veterans of this state, and it's just been fun to be around people that they're looking for something different. They're not looking for career politicians. They're looking for a different voice, and so they're looking at me. So I've really enjoyed it, and we're going to try to get the ball over the goal line in 1 week.
Well, Coach, you put your voice to a commercial. I know you've already seen this. I want those who haven't seen it, take a look at Coach Tubberville's latest commercial.
Bradley Byrne said Donald Trump was not fit to be president. Jeff Sessions deserted President Trump, sticking us with the Russian witch hunt. Mitt Romney voted for the liberal impeachment sham. Enough is enough.
And you go on to say right there that you're ready to take this fight. Now, that commercial seems to be blaming Jeff Sessions for the impeachment. Are you blaming him?
Part of it. I mean, he could have stepped up 12 days after Donald Trump was elected. 12 days. He said, "I'm going to let somebody handle this." And he turned it over to a bunch of lawyers up there, and you know what that is. I mean, it's the swamp. And they went after President Trump for now, I guess, over 3 years, and they're not going to stop. But, you know, sooner or later, you know, you got to stand up and say, you know, this is a big boy job. I'm going to step up to the plate. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do this investigation. The rest of you get back to work. That's all it would have taken. But he backed out, and, man, look what we've gone through for 3 years.
Sessions also ran an ad as well, in that ad accusing you of being a tourist here in Alabama who lives, votes, and pays taxes in Florida. So where do you live, where do you pay your taxes, and where do you vote?
Well, I vote in Alabama. I've had a lake house at Lake Martin. I've got a farm for 20 years in Auburn. I've got a house in Auburn. I pay taxes for 21 years. I mean, it's just a swamp. You know, they've had to sell a couple of national monuments up there to pay for all these negative ads they're running against me. You know, and it's all about the swamp. You know, they just don't want a different voice in Washington, D.C. They don't want anybody that's going to speak for the people. They want people that's going to vote, you know, for the career politician swamp, deep state. And that's the reason I'm resonating. Last poll, I was up, what, 3 or 4 points? I think it's going to be even more than that when we get to it. But negative ads just don't work. I mean, you know, if you're going to say something, say truthfully. But I am a resident of this state, and I'm going to represent this state.
Your ad also, you got, in order to win this thing, of course, you know, you got to run these ads in the last part of the campaign. Do you have the war chest to hang with Sessions and Congressman Byrne? Oh,
yeah, but the deal is, I don't think you need ads as many as they're running. Of course, they know they're behind, so they're coming at me from right and left. I'm telling people what I'm doing. You know, if you've been up there 30 years like these guys, surely you got one good thing that you've done, but not one positive thing they said that they've done or going to do. But I'm telling people what I'm going to do. I'm for education. If we don't straighten education out, we're not going to make it in this country, because all you got to do is look at the socialism that's coming, and it's coming through education. So I'm spending my money wisely. I'll spend about 1/10 of the money that they'll spend. But again, it's not their money. Washington, D.C. money. I'm spending money from people in Alabama and mine, because that's who I'm going to vote for.
Final stretch now, Coach. Thanks so much for coming in. Always good to talk to you.
Good to see you.
And I know these things go so fast. We'd like to have more time with you, but I'm sure we'll see you before it ends. And you say you're going to win this thing.
I'm going to win it. Yes, sir.
As U.S. Senate candidate Tommy Tubberville, we're going to be